Thanks to those joining me live and to those that'll be joining me and Reggie Owens on Archive. What's going on? What's going on? For those listening on Archive, take a moment right now and press the like button. Make sure the like button turns blue. We need to do a better initiative, Reggie. The people listening on Archive got to press that like button. The people live show up, but the people on Archive, they're just eye hustling me. You know what I mean? Like they're just window shopping over here. They don't want to press the like button. They don't want to throw the jab, utilize the jab to the like, Reggie. What's going on with that?
Man, I think they forget, man, because sometimes you got to remind folks, especially when you hop on these phones. I think YouTube need to YouTube or whoever can create the design for phone users to where that like button is always accessible without moving the comments. Because once people get in there, they do their greetings and stuff and they forget. So I think they may have to do some changes to how the phone app work and leave a like button present at all times.
Absolutely. All right. Make sure you guys throw a jab at the like button. This is the February 13th edition of Boxing Conversations on Thursday nights here with Reggie Owens. I got to go back and count them, bro. I think we've done at least 30 of these. You know what I mean? So got to go back, count them, and start numbering them. A lot of news and controversy in the sport of boxing. So I really do want to just, dive in here. I do see Cal Enigma in the chat teams. What's happening, fam? What's good, everyone, says AJ10. And Stormy B-Man says, will the squirrel show up tonight? I don't know where the squirrel's at. At any time, it could pop up. You never know. You got to tune into D-Style Boxing Live so you can see what's going on. For those listening, by the way, make sure you, if you like the content, don't forget to subscribe and also hit that bell button. That way you're notified every single time D-Style Boxing comes on live so you can get that notification, that email. Always important. The big controversy, Reggie. Harrison came out, I believe it was on the Boxing Voice, and I don't know if other publications talked about it, but I don't know about that one. He comes out and he's talking about the Gatorade Bottlegate. All right? And he's saying, hey, yo, what's up with that? We agreed to a clear bottle, and don't mind me while I drink my clear bottle with a substance in it. But while I do that, Reggie, talk to us about how you became as this information came in for you.
Yeah, end up on Instagram. So I follow a couple of these fighters. Social media is always a great place to get information, see what's going on with these fighters, reading into the profile of them and stuff. But he ended up releasing a clip of Charlo and the exchanges of water, showing with the clear water bottle, then with the green Gatorade bottle, and then he goes into a long post about it. And it opened the floodgates, but it also opens to where you see people are paying attention. And it created this huge firestorm going on behind this. And there's many things that engage people with this situation, is whether or not there's some cheating going on. Does he has a point? And to me, he does have a point when he brings up this thing about the water bottle, and we'll get into that. I'll get my side of why I say he has a point. But him opening, leaving this open window of, he accusing this guy, leaving this open window of speculation, which ultimately came down that it was authorized. But even in the authorizations, there's some flaws within that. And that's kind of the thing with boxing, period, as we've seen with Red Catch getting this expedited action taken against him for a fight he went all the way through, no punishment. Now when that's commission goes to look at it, they retracted because they went heavy on this guy. But this is the thing where there's so many unwritten rules to everything. Even when I went on the commission's website, you can't find a goddamn thing on the website. It doesn't open you to anything. Even here in Nevada, it doesn't open you to anything. Now I called in, like in Travis' case, I called Nevada commission. Still haven't got a word from nobody on that situation. When I called in for this situation, I guess they were getting calls because they thought I was someone that called in yesterday. So there's a lot going on with the situation. Is the reason why California Commission responded. So what's the name opened? He opened a deep well when he came up with this accusation. But in a lot of cases where people say it's like a whole move, I can feel that he was better off coming off just asking to get for that fight because it's such a highly touted bout for them to go into another rematch, being how competitive that fight was. But on the one side, not on the side, I can't agree with him trying to open this window of Charlo being a cheater. But with the changing of the bottles, I have to agree with him opening that door because it's something that I'll pass it over if we come back around to it of why I agree with that because it opens floodgate shit.
We're gonna go in on this, like you know what I mean. We're gonna go over this for sure. John on here says, "Hey Reggie, Raider Raheem was talking about that Curtis Harper versus Jefe Ajaiba fight today on the Joe Rogan Experience. You have any quick words for that about that, Rich?"
No, because I was trying to get to trying to find an app to where because I was going to do that as how the Tyson Fury Wilder fight was going to go, and I was trying to find an app to where you can replace the faces, and I can't find nothing. But I see someone did a great video with Conor McGregor attacking people, and they have his face on someone else and reacting to a bunch of people that are out there. I'm gonna post it on my page. This video did, but I need an app that can do that. But yeah, I definitely want to try to do that for the fight come. That would be my post-fight prediction.
Okay, gotcha. What's good, pharmacist, expert, genius? What's going on, everybody? You know, feel free to comment, engage, and you know, and all that good stuff. But most importantly, don't forget to press the like button. Let's get to 20 likes ASAP. All right, I know you could do it. I believe you could do it. Don't forget to share the video on your social media platforms as we continue this episode of Boxing Conversations with Reggie Owens. Look, I heard about this from a you know, a lot of people were talking about it. You know what I mean? But I saw a video by Carcino. I was hoping to have him on, but you know, I mean, he's talking about, oh, let's strip Charlo of the belt, and this needs to be investigated, and you know, and I reached out to him. He's like, oh, the commission cleared him. No, he's paid off, and all this stuff, bro. I mean, you would think, Reggie, like Charlo's the only dude to drink out of a Gatorade bottle. It was that big of a deal. Don't you think people would have brought it up? Of the hundreds of thousands of people that watch this fight, millions worldwide, you know, over and over again. You're telling me that no one even brought this up? Not one person? No one in the media? No, it was never a controversy. I know why it was not a controversy. But 4 months later, Harrison comes out and brings this up and puts it out there. We know you want the rematch, bro. I know you want the rematch. I know you want that work. And maybe you're trying to rationalize to yourself why you lost that fight and you want to blame it on that green bottle. I mean, maybe it was the bottle. Maybe he was on something. Maybe that's what it was. No. You just got beat by the better man that night. That's what happened. Charlo did reveal his VADA testing before and after. There's a lot of smartasses out there looking at the dates. Keep in mind, they don't have the results that day. They take the sample, they go do a thing called test it. Okay? I know you guys have heard about that. You know, like they don't just look at it on the spot and say we're clean or not. All right? They went out, they tested it, and that is that. All right? He was clean. That's all we need to know. Nothing, in my opinion, that's the end of the story. Now, to your credit, Reggie, I do agree that they should have more clear rules regarding this. You know what I mean? And so you brought up a very good point. I just think Harrison is 4 months too late. My opinion. 4 months too late. But I know why. All right, this wasn't a bigger story, right? Because look at what I'm about to show you, all right? Top left corner, that's Ward, all right? Top right corner, that's Anthony Joshua. Bottom left, Mikey Garcia. Bottom right, in a way. And it was never was it, oh my God, look at the bottle. Look at this. And shout out to Best Fight, the best. It says, what's good, family? With that donation to the D-Style Boxing Fund. And also brought up the facts, investigated himself, and could not find one rule about the bottle. Oh, but what if, but D-Style, you don't understand D-Style. What if, you know, what if there was, you know, Gatorade, D-Style? It's illegal. What is this? Reggie, do you remember those basketball shoes, the pumps?
Right. I think it was at Barclays. I remember what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's what, like, there's no such thing as I'm going to drink Gatorade and whoop the dude's ass. It's just not a thing, okay? Just like pumping those things that make you jump higher, right? But if Gatorade is such a horrible thing, like if it's such a terrible thing, why have multiple fighters drank Gatorade in the corner, Reg? If it's so horrible.
Right, no, it ain't.
Now, one may say, oh, no, Batista. Mayweather agreed. In the fight, they agreed to drink Gatorade. My point is that there's no such thing as a fight where, you know, you're allowed to use, you know, HGH. You know, that's not a thing. Okay? Like two guys can't agree, like they can wear illegal hand wraps. That's not a thing. In this specific, like, drinking Gatorade is not going to help you whoop a dude's ass. It's not. I mean, I don't know. It gives you electrolytes. I get all that, right? But it's not going to help you whoop a dude's ass, bro. But what are your thoughts specifically, Reggie? I know you wanted to elaborate more on all this. Go ahead.
Yeah. My thing with where I think he has a point, but that shit way too late for him to come up with. But what he opens the door is I'm pretty sure you're going to see new rules and regulations come out regarding this issue, because you do run an issue for why are you taking something from clear bottles provided by a commission, now you're switching it into a non-clear bottle, and now you're pouring into that. Now you deal with a lot of these other countries, and I was even hearing Fred, and this is my ideal before Fred spoke of it, and I'm in total agreement. When you're dealing with these other countries, we dealing with Russia. Wait, has Russia been banned from the Olympics? I think they have. Yep. But when you're dealing with countries like that who have these scientific programs, because a lot of these other kids coming from across these both sides of the oceans, they go through these real stringent sports programs where they're locked in, and there's a lot of science behind what's going into these fighters. So now you're dealing with them coming up over here, and if they can go in here switching and swapping what they're putting inside of liquid bottles. What was the fight? Is that Chavez where they are? Damn, what somebody told me? Aaron Pryor, where the trainer's like, "No, give me the bottle I'm in." Yeah, you're gonna be dealing with a whole lot of that type of shit. And that's what really kind of spin the wheels on this situation. But that's something for all commissions to start getting a tight squeeze to twist the top on that, because we got to think there's so much cheating in all these goddamn sports, all of them. Baseball, they probably cheating in curling and shit. This performance enhancing shit is some real shit, and it ain't always about steroids. You can give someone some of these things that give someone a quick kick to their system, allowing them to recover, and it may not pop up on the drug test. So these are things that I think going forward, the commissions may have to approve, have it sealed and signed off, so that way it's not being transferred from one bottle to the next. These things like gloves have to be inspected, signed off, and that's the way you lock and seal it. And that's kind of thing that needs to be done in this one. And there's so many kind of vague spots in this damn boxing game. It's broad, and I'm pretty sure California doesn't have a regulation. I work with a company to where they don't have we don't have policies in place for a lot of shit. So now it's time to tighten things up. And this is the same thing in boxing. Boxing's all over the goddamn place when it comes to things, and they react harsher to things that are less risky in the game. But when you have people who are cheating, it seems to be such a relaxation on things. Like I was speaking about the quick action that was taken against Ivan Redcash. The dude hasn't received the money for a fight that went all the way to the scorecards, a fight in which he was never deducted a point by the ref. They waited to what they heard. And that's what a lot of these sanctioning bodies and commissions are reacting to. They're reacting to what they're hearing off of social media because they're not paying attention. They're not putting rules in play. It's just they're collecting this money that's coming in along with this game, but they're leaving a lot of goddamn people at risk in this game that's already dangerous.
I hear you. I have some thoughts, but let me go over some of these comments. AMG2, what's going on? We have Drew Titan on here. And BFTV, of course, expert genius, no rule. Then there's nothing to talk about. He's cleared. He's cleared. I do agree with that. Mike James Boxing, what's going on? AJ10, what's good? To Reggie Owens, he says. Chief Funky 84 says, I remember Shane Mosley didn't want Fernando Vargas to drink Gatorade during their fight. That got taken care of, and he didn't, okay? Just like some fighters may not want a fighter to wear puncher's gloves, and it doesn't mean they're illegal. It just means they both agree that they're not going to wear those set of gloves. Right. But what you don't do, if a guy wears puncher's gloves, you don't bring it up 4 months later. You know what I mean? You don't come back 4 months later. Look, he wore puncher's gloves. Can you guys believe this? Let me call into a boxing radio show. Let me tell everybody this is why I lost. This dude knocked me down because he wore puncher's gloves. Well, it's not the way it works. You know what I mean? Jay Cooley, what's going on? Dark Vader says Harrison talked too much trash and now he's eating crow. This is a sore loser. That's it. He follows up by saying the one he's called mixed up during Pryor's fight. I got you. Yeah, you're talking about the black bottle. All right. Jay Cooley, what's going on to you? AMG2, I believe I said hi to you too. EJ Boxing Live says, what's up, bro? Make sure you guys subscribe to Best Fight the Best Boxing. Make sure you subscribe to EJ Boxing Live, to Cali Enigma as well. All right. Man, this is interesting. You know, I honestly feel like, I'm going to be honest, this is manufactured controversy. That's what it is. All right. And the reason I say that is, look at all these dudes, right? All right. I mean, why wasn't this a controversy here? Right? Like it wasn't a controversy in any of these fights. You know what I mean? But now because Harrison wants to insinuate that Charlo basically cheated by drinking some unknown substance. Exhibit A, people. Right? It wasn't a controversy in any of these fights. In none of these fights. And now it's manufactured controversy. All right? I think that's problematic. There is a guy from the commission right there. All right? But look, if they want to, write some rules and only clear bottles and no Gatorade bottles and universal, right? No Gatorade, just water in the corner. All right, let's get it done, right? But I think people are just making more of a deal. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. He says Reggie is cheating. Only clear bottle. What are you drinking, Reggie? Now I'm showing my shit. What are you drinking?
PED juice.
I don't know, man. I don't know, Reggie. I'm gonna let that squirrel know, bro. I'm telling you. Right. You guys are tuning in to February 13th edition of Boxing Conversations here with Reggie Owens. You can tune in every Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern time. All right, make sure you jab that like button. Make sure that like button turns blue. Shout out to Afro-Rican. I appreciate the support. All right. They're calling you out, Reggie. They're calling you out, bro. Do you have any final thoughts on this bottle, on Bottlegate?
Yeah, no, it's just the game needs to be cleaned up, man. The game needs better structure, and there needs to be better rules on what a fighter can have. And even in this one, information needs to be passed back to the other side. When something's been approved, put over to the other side, letting them know this has been okay. So that way we ain't coming down the line, because it's real common for a lot of fighters after the fact. You can talk to a lot of fighters after the fact of fights they have, they bring up the shit about, oh, this guy was on this and this guy was on that. So it's always this open speculation amongst fighters. And fighters are poor sports, man. When they suffer a loss, that's a hard thing for a lot of these cats. You're going to hear a lot of poor sportsmanship. But in this one, with the bottle thing, they got to really put some rules out there. And it's going to come out. California's definitely going to put rules out, because this one has kind of grown legs with it. So they're going to have to, I definitely see something coming up out of this. But there needs to be a better system in play for – the biggest thing is for people who've come up on these damn drug failures. Because the worst shit is what New York ended up doing to Ivan Redcatch. This dude's still suspended for a year for a minor. I don't even know if he really bit Garcia. But for him to be gone for a year and you're only giving like 4 months for people popping hot on steroids, 6 months is BS. So the sanctioned bodies need to be tougher on the real things that matter in this sport. And then to hold the dude money up is crazy to me. But yeah, that's all I got on that.
Absolutely, man. Big Dog Willie posted R.I.P. to James Thunder, heavyweight KO artist. He passed away. When did that happen? Well, rest in peace.
Wait, is that the dude who knocked the dude out in like 5 seconds or something like that? Samoan-looking dude?
Yep. Oh, Samoan. I don't know if it's that specific fight you're referring to, but it looks like, yeah, he passed away at 54. It was reported yesterday. So rest in peace, Tim. All right, for sure.
That is him, man. I always thought that was Ray Suffolk. For years, I always thought James Thunder was Ray Suffolk. Yeah, that is him. Damn. All right.
We definitely appreciate the news there, Big Dog Willie. And Stormy V-Man confirms that's him. Man. All right. Now, as far as 8-10, it says any boxing fan has a problem with dudes drinking Gatorade. I mean, I personally don't care as far as Gatorade goes. You know what I mean? You could. I don't even know if Gatorade is the best thing to drink in a fight. I mean, I don't know. You know, that'll be interesting. But hey, you know what I mean? That's Big Baby Miller's bottle. That's what Reggie's drinking. You know, expert genius. Rivas calling out White for a rematch. Even Plainfield this time. I'll put it in the Q&A. We'll get to it at the end of the show, bro. All right, from expert genius. It's right there. All right. Let's go to the next topic here. De La Hoya, Reggie. Oscar De La Hoya, the golden boy. You're right, Central Ray. Every other sport, they're drinking from Gatorade bottles. Like, it's not a thing. You know what I mean? Look, De La Hoya is out here saying if Ryan Garcia wants to fight Tank, let's do it. Challenging Floyd Mayweather. He's saying that Charlo turned down a lucrative deal, and I was told that we have to take his word for it. You know what I mean? Like No Paul literally said, and I quote, if De La Hoya said it, that should be enough. All right? So I'm expected to believe that Callum Smith turned down the fight. Right? That they offered him a lucrative deal. They don't say what the deal is, by the way. The deals and the disclosures behind the deal, they don't talk about that. But we're expected to believe that it turned down that deal. We're expected to believe it's also reported that Billy Joe Saunders turned down the deal. Like, even Billy Joe Saunders is saying, nah, I can't. You know, a lucrative deal to fight Canelo, I'm not interested. What are your thoughts, Rich?
I think Oscar full of it. All these fighters sitting back waiting for their names to get called for a Canelo fight. This is the big money fight. This is the career changer for a lot of these dudes. Why would they be sitting there turning down these fights? Oscar's almost trying to make it as if these guys are afraid of Canelo, and that's far from the damn case. even a coward will get in the ring with Canelo because it's going to change his damn life. So I don't think there's no fighter out there who is afraid to get in that ring with Canelo based on the kind of money that's behind it. And everybody's calling this guy out. It's people calling Billy Joe out. He's ignoring the hell out of him because his name is in this lottery sweepstakes. The same thing with Luke. What's the name? Luke Campbell? No, that ain't his name. Callum. What's the dude's name? Yeah, Callum Smith. He's in the hunt for it. I just so many of these dudes with them names. Callum Smith is in the hunt for it. So this is where these guys want to be. So Oscar coming with this BS is the reason why people have no respect for him in this game. And he's coming up with this BS shit to avoid really putting Canelo into fights that are going to challenge him, possible challenges to him, along with you having to break these fighters off. It's just nothing from Oscar. And it's unfortunate to see a dude who come from such greatness in the ring. And once he gets out the game, he's become such a mess, man. And it's just foolishness. I don't believe ish that comes out the mouth of Oscar De La Hoya. These dudes want to get in there with Canelo. Oscar's probably throwing some old low ball shit out there to him. And hell, I hope these fighters come out and speak if Oscar's even offered them a damn deal, or he's just trying to sit in front of a camera and just spew out anything to look good and sound good and make these other guys look bad. But we'll see what happened. We'll find out Oscar been lying about this.
Too much booger sugar, says Suchi Funk. Look, man, what's going on, Kelly? How's it going, bro? BFTB says everybody wants Canelo lottery ticket, but according to De La Hoya, De La Ho, nobody wants Canelo. I mean, no, like Charlo. No, I don't want that deal. I don't want the lucrative deal to fight no. Callum Smith, no. Billy Joe Saunders, no, I'm not interested. Even Ishida, bro. Even Ishida is like, nah. What are they offering these dudes, bro? Like, well, what does Golden Boy want? Like, what's in the contract, bro? Like, are they going over this contract? Like, all right, looks good. I got to sacrifice my son. No. Like, like, what's going on over here? Like, what are they putting in these contracts and making these guys say, nah, I don't want a career high payday? Every single one of them. And by the way, what were they saying before, right? When it was supposedly Charlo, all right, you had all these people, oh, the PBC fanboys. The PBC fanboys don't want to admit that it's the PBC's fault. Reggie, is Billy Joe Saunders with PBC?
Hell no. What are you with that boy Eddie?
Is Ishida with PBC?
Who the hell is Ishida? I don't even know who that is.
Or maybe I gave the name wrong. The Japanese dude, bro, Nakata, or I don't know.
Oh, you talking about Murata? Yeah.
Murata, my bad. Murata, all right, that guy. So Murata, I apologize. Murata, nah. Like, is he with PBC?
No, the zone fighters, man. All the zone fighters.
Right. Oh, Callum Smith with PBC, right? Al Heyman is getting in the way, right?
Exactly.
For the record, for all you dumb idiots out there, no, he's not. He's not with the zone. It's called sarcasm, all right? You know, somebody would listen to this shit like, oh, see, we got him. Callum Smith with PBC. It's Heyman's fault, all right? Let me tell you something. So what's the excuse there? Like, what is the excuse there? And I don't want to hear, oh, Al Heyman does it. Al Heyman, okay? Ryoto Murata, thank you, AJ10, for the fact check. All right? I don't even know why I was saying the cheetah. It is what it is, okay? If a Japanese fighter isn't top 10 in the world quality to me, I don't talk about it, okay? I don't memorize their name. But with that said, I genuinely forgot the name. But Murata is like, nah, I don't want to fight Canelo. By the way, when Canelo said he was going to fight him in Japan, bro, Canelo's going to fight him in Japan, and Murata still said no. What's going on? Callum Smith, nah. Billy Joe Saunders. Charlo. This is what they call a common denominator. Okay? What's the common denominator for those that paid attention to school? The the common denominator is Golden Boy. Here's what's happening. They have to pay Canelo a shitload of money. And it only leaves them so much to pay the opponents. Common denominator logic tells you they're lowballing these motherfuckers. They overpaid for Kovalev, right? You know they're bringing up that shit, right? You're going to offer me what? Wait a minute. You pay Kovalev $12 million. What do you mean you can offer me this? What's going on over here? I bring this to the table. I bring that to the table, right? Like, I'm just saying. Reggie, what are your thoughts on this, man?
Man, I can't give you an answer, man. But it is Oscar, man. It's Oscar pulling this BS, and this is another reason why Oscar and Canelo can't get along, because Oscar is wrecking the hell out of this dude's career, and it's already, even on top of this, where they blown all this money giving it to Canelo, they're going into venues to where they're not getting the same numbers at the gate. They ain't getting the same number and viewership. Nobody wants to watch DAZN. The masses really ain't gravitating towards this DAZN thing. And when fights are going on DAZN, they're not hearing about it. So this is why Oscar, because Canelo's guaranteed a certain amount, they're not generating the revenue in order to where they can make the split, hit their break evens. They ain't doing none of that. They just losing money on things. And now these other fighters who Canelo has to face, they're in high demand. They're looking for proper payment. They ain't trying to be lowball, and that's exactly what's coming out on top of everything else that comes along with Canelo fights. All these stipulations of you can't gain weight, this and that. They probably want the fighters to come in less than what they weighed in. Who knows what they got going on in these contracts? But they pitch off these contracts to where real serious competition who knows their value in the game and ain't gonna just take pennies on the dollar. They asking for that money, and the pockets, Oscar pockets seem a little bit tight, and he ain't trying to unfold the checkbook because he knows what's coming out. And Canelo just ain't what he used to be. He ain't that much of a draw anymore. But these fighters know what they deserve for going in the ring with him. But Oscar, the business side folks, they know Canelo ain't pulling in what he used to, so they're trying to lowball. They effed up on that deal. That's ultimately what it comes to. They effed up on that deal.
Yo, BFTV says Callum Welsh wants all the smoke. All right, Liam Smith's ready at a moment's notice, and Rocky Fielding rematch. Let's do it. All right. So, like this, what's happening here is, I do agree with you. Although in the end, we do have to place blame on Canelo. He's the fighter. You know what I mean? But okay. If you think about it, Canelo has a guaranteed amount of money he's going to make, regardless of who he fights. You know what I mean? Now, DAZN has to approve the opponent. That's number one. So they're faced with a dilemma. And it seems to me like they're probably, what's going on is that in the negotiation table, right? Bro, I think Oscar De La Hoya's like, I swear to God, he's like, look, in the end, if you beat Canelo, it'll do wonders for you. So just take the 1 million, and if you win, you'll be a bigger star. And then we could do the rematch if you win. And if you don't win, you fought Canelo, so you'll be a bigger star and make more money. Huh? Let's do the fight. Right? So I think that's what De La Hoya is telling these guys, selling them on that, because there's only so much money they have left in the budget to pay the opponents, bro. So they're faced with a dilemma of, like, DAZN has to approve the opponent, right? That's number one. So whoever that they could lowball is, DAZN's going to be like, nah, I don't think so. Okay? But a lot of these guys that are credible to a certain degree, right? Like, I don't even like Callum Smith as an opponent, but, you know, if he fights Callum Smith, it's better than Rocky Fielding. You know what I mean? But you know, he wants a certain amount of money. Like, if you want one of the real belts at 168, not that, you know, fictional belt that you got from Rocky Fielding, then, you know, there's a certain amount you got to pay for this. And if you pay Kovalev $12 million, then we really got to talk, right? What about Ricardo Mayorga? They could bring him back, like G Funk said.
Mayorga out there getting beat up in wherever he's from. So Mayorga, they may pick Mayorga after seeing how his the people in his town beating his ass.
Yeah, and I agree. Canelo does destroy Callum Smith. If the Zone and Canelo don't agree on an opponent, then Canelo gets paid anyway for not fighting. I do need more detail on that. Big Dog Willis said Canelo broke the bank with that deal. Yeah, Canelo broke the bank for sure, regardless of what the situation is. Canelo's contract is like he has football team who is paid $35 million for a QB, paying everyone else $500,000. Okay, AM2 says I don't want Callum Smith or Billy Joe either. Them two are food, but the problem is, and maybe Angulo, maybe they'll do an Angulo rematch. I don't know. Okay, but I got to tell you, bro. Right. And I know Cesar Lanes comes in and says Smith ain't the Kovalev name. I mean, you could say what you want. First of all, Kovalev's not like a big draw. Let's this myth that Kovalev was this huge draw and huge attraction. It just isn't true. And I'm just letting you know right now. Who's bigger in their country? Callum Smith in the UK or Kovalev in Russia? I don't know. You know what I mean? It's probably close, but I don't believe any of this, Reggie. I think they'll always lying his ass off.
Yeah, he's trying to keep this undefeated thing going for as long as possible. These dudes run the risk of taking that O away from Canelo, and that's what Oscar is trying to avoid, along with not wanting to pay these guys. Is that even though these are kind of the weaker names out there when it comes to like a Charlo or Andrade that pose the risk, these dudes still pose a risk of going in there and I'm tripping talking about he got an O, but adding another loss to Canelo's record. Let me get that correct. Adding the second loss to Canelo's record and ultimately kind of tarnishing this mystique they got surrounding Canelo. And that's what Oscar is afraid of. And it's crazy to think he tries to make a complaint about Floyd Mayweather ruining the game with this having to be undefeated and all this. Oscar's doing the same goddamn thing that he complains of, but he has a fighter with one loss, but he's afraid to risk Canelo having a second loss.
Man, dude, I'm getting sick and tired of promoters and fighters blaming Mayweather for shit. Okay, like, I lost and now nobody wants to come see me. Shut the fuck up. How about that? Right? Like get in there. Right? Get in the lion's den with the top dogs and shut the fuck up. How about that? You decided to be a pro boxer. You made a decision that you wanted to be a professional boxer. That's what you want to do. I'm in the business of, the best fighters fighting the best fighters. Let's get it on. I don't give a shit about all this complaining. All this complaining about from the promoters and we can't sell and all this other nonsense. God damn. Right? Canelo versus Jillian Love next, says Cali. Well, what do you think of that fight? Man, that would be something.
Man, hey, I would not be surprised if Oscar and them pull that shit off, man.
Yeah. Watch him fighting. He might fight Thurman. I mean, that's always a possibility, bro. I'm seeing some other names out there. Bam Bam Tweed in the house. What's going on, Bam Bam? How's it going? Bam Bam. Bam Bam. Ashley Theo Payne is ready. They might put Broner there. Fuck it. Hey, Broner, you wanted $20 million? We got it for you, Broner. We got the $20 million ready, locked and loaded for you. All right, we'll give you $30 million if you beat Canelo, Broner. Come over here. Huh? Oh, we'll see the lawyer right there. Like, the one thing that you could do is if you imagine if you beat him, if you beat Canelo, you'll be big. You will be about billions, right? I mean, he will pump him up, man. Let's do it. AB's ready for Canelo. I think he's in that weight class right now. Actually, I think AB's cruiserweight right now. He only has to drop a couple pounds, right? And be to be. Yeah, go ahead.
I was saying what you went into open, like it also speaks to. It was a piece I was reading about what Andre Ward spoke on that too. He spoke about these promoters kind of protecting fighters too much. There's too many tune-ups and all this tune-ups and soft touch fights that are going on for in this boxing game. And this is what ultimately messing the game up, where they throwing and speaking about promoters finding easy opponents to where they're guaranteeing their fighters for easy wins and make their records look good. Because ultimately, you're going to come in a situation where you got to fight the best. And now you created a situation to where your guy ain't ready for nothing. And that's the problem with it. It's these dudes, these promoters are creating these kind of cash cow type housing to where they're ensuring that they're maintaining victories rather than really running the risk, really getting out there gambling, getting that high risk, high reward type situations. And really they're kind of holding things back in the sport, or even when they do this for too long, there's other people that go right around who they think is their stars and they bypass them. But ultimately you got to throw these dudes into the Shark Tank, and all this tuning up and rebuild type stuff is, man, it's for the birds, man. And I like that a lot of these dudes who are looked at as being a lot of these fighters who are out there who are overlooked by a lot of these promoters as being tune-ups and all that are stepping it up, putting in the real work and surprising the hell out of these promoters. Rosario did it. Andy Ruiz did it. A lot of other cats going to do it. Matter of fact, what was the dude who almost had it done to him from Top Rank? Vargas. Damn, what's his name? Oscar Vargas, I think his name is. Where he fought that guy on 7-day notice. Damn, why I can't think of his name? Oscar Valdez.
Oscar Valdez. There you go.
Oscar Valdez. He almost had a guy come up there. So I'm loving when I see these guys who are looked past and they come in here and they shock the goddamn boxing world because everybody overlooked them based on these promoters trying to do tune-up shit.
Yeah, man, absolutely. You guys are tuning in to the February 13th edition of Boxing Conversations with Reggie Owens every Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Hit the bell button. That way you're notified every time we come on live, right? Make sure you throw a jab at the like button. Let's get a 30 likes ASAP, okay? I believe in you guys. I believe, okay, that you have the energy to press the like button. Shout out to Teresa D in the chat. 92AKU comes in. He says Canelo is trash. Charlo the GOAT. Okay, so I didn't miss much. What the hell are you talking about, bro? Ain't nobody called Charlo the GOAT, and I don't even recall saying anybody's trash. Right? We're talking about De La Hoya lying. Okay, Oscar De La Hoya said. Okay, now I don't know where No Paul's at, by the way, because No Paul said if De La Hoya said it, right, that should be enough. Okay, because he said De La Hoya he always tells the truth about fights that are getting made, right, according to him. So I'm expected to believe that Callum Smith, Billy Joe Saunders, Charlo, what was the Japanese dudes again?
Oh, Murata,
all these guys, and all of them declined lucrative contracts to fight Canelo. I'm expected to believe that because De La Hoya said it. De La Hoya was caught with pantyhose, right? There was pictures of it, and he denied it with a straight face. A dude looked at the camera and said, "Wasn't me." But we got you on camera. Wasn't me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying. Like, but this style, he lies about everything else. Like, you know what I mean? Wearing pantyhose and shit like that, he lied about that, right? But when it comes to making fights, the guy always tells the truth. No matter what. Okay? Big Dog, when it says sorry to interrupt these style, but fuck Dillian White. Yeah, fuck that guy. Okay, you guys can always interrupt by saying "fuck Dillian White." That's okay. All right, no problem with that. All right, at all. This is your February 13th edition of Boxing Conversations with Reggie Owens. All right, we're gonna have an open forum in a little bit, 92AQ. So if you want to come on live on the air and spew whatever you want to spew, you can spew it. Well, what else did De La Hoya say he didn't do, Reggie? I mean, this dude.
Man, that's
Go
all
ahead.
I heard, man. But I hear now he's talking about the other thing I hear him is talking about getting Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis in the ring.
All right. Well, let me tell you, this guy was like, you know, butt naked with the spatula. Wasn't me. You know what I mean? Like that. That's De La Hoya. But that guy, I get it. You know, he came out and he's challenging. And look at that. Bam Bam tweet is seconding that. Fuck Dillian White. I'm beginning to think you guys just wanted to say fuck Dillian White. Okay. But what are your and Leonardo or Giannis, if you want to come on when we have an open forum, you could come on. Let me go over this super chat and then I'll let you go, Reggie, about the topic. Kelly says, D-Style, tell how Anthony Yard isn't a novice with 12 amateur fights and a resume with all cab drivers entering the Kovalev fight. Dude, what are you talking about, Kelly? Yard is fighting like a badass fighter next, bro. Have you seen his next opponent, Reggie?
Who, Yard? You mean you got to fight after this 4-48 guy?
Oh, he's not 48-4?
No.
I explain. No. But yeah, that's who Yard fights, right? Anthony Yard looked like $1 million, and the dude had talent, but you know he did fight a bunch of. We don't have cab drivers no more locally. They do Uber, Lyft, and stuff like that. All right, and they're not as tough as the cab drivers. Have you noticed that, Reggie? Have you ever taken an Uber ride, Reggie?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Like, I don't know. They ain't that tough. Yeah, I'm just saying. Like, I never got in an Uber and said, man, if I got in a fight with this dude, he'll whoop my ass. It's never happened. You guys, if you ever taken an Uber ride, tell me if you ever felt like that dude could fight. I never felt that way at all, actually. And Central Rage, what's going on? But no, he ain't this shit. Okay. I'm just saying, Yard is novice as fuck. He just fought a guy 4-48. I swear to God, bro. When I first saw this article, Reggie, I thought it was dyslexic or something. Like I thought, oh come on, the guy's 48-4, right? It's got to be. No, just saying.
I mean, I was thinking the same thing, and then it got worse when I find out the dude has been fighting as a middleweight. This dude made a middleweight move up to 175 to fight him. I'm like, man, Anthony Yard done lost it for me, man. He's probably the worst story. He's probably one of the worst stories I done seen in boxing, to where you can go on, you rising like this, then you get in this fight, and now you taking this, and then Warren. Matter of fact, Frank Warren come up with a worse excuse because they try to hide this from everybody. They try to slip this fight in and be slick about it. But the thing they messed up is they had people over there with camera phones at the weigh-in who send this info back, and people also checking up on the fight. But you got this guy going in with a middleweight who should not be allowed to box. When you got that many losses on your record, you should be banned from the damn sport. And there's no way the sport should allow a guy with this kind of record to go in against a guy that damn big. That could have been dangerous for this damn fool who ain't winning no fights. Like, and Anthony Yard's a sucker, man. He's a sucker for that.
Yo, he fought a guy that's 4-48, bro. Like you have to say that out loud for it couldn't like actually like for you to process that. How is this possible? Like, how does a dude get his ass whooped 48? Like, who are the 4 dudes this guy beat? That's what I want to know. Like, if this dude whoops your ass, then you got to retire immediately. Because I don't want to know your record, right? The dude is 4-48, bro. Okay? I swear to God, I thought it was 48-3. I'm like, no. Like I had to look the dude up, and I'm like, what? What's going on? Boxrick's got this wrong. There's no way Boxrick has this right. Boxrick fucked up. Dude's 44 now. He's 48-4, right? Dude, like, once you lose like 20 fights, you should be forced to retire. But you should, like, that's it. Like, when you're on your 19th loss, like they should tell you, like, in the dressing room, hey, if you lose tonight, it's a wrap. Okay, like, it's just the way it is. 20 L's, you're done. What do you think about that, Rich?
Man, exactly, man. That's what when I first figured out seeing this dude. But there's dudes out here with 200 losses on their damn records. 200, 150 losses. They should. Matter of fact, the worst record I've seen in the history of boxing is an American fighter. This dude got like 270 losses with like 50 wins, but he's been banned from getting a license in like 30 states. Like you say, there should be no way you should lose more than 30 fights. Once you get to that point, it's hang it up for life. Like, there should be a lifetime ban. Yeah,
that's it. 20 L's, you're done, bro. Well, no, but I don't give a fuck if you give me a Rocky speech. Okay, I have the freedom to do what I want to do and when I want to do it. And like, no, get the fuck out of here. Okay, like, you're done. 20 L's. That's it. We gave you 20 chances. All right. You reach your 20th L, it's a wrap for you. Okay? That's it. Could you just imagine what the combined record of his opponents are? I mean, it's just crazy, bro. Look, this is Rocky's fault, bro. Okay? All that bullshit about it's not how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. Actually, nah, bro. It's about hitting, not getting hit. Okay, like it's not about taking all you can get. Okay, all that's a bunch of horse shit. That's a bunch of bullshit. Stop watching movies. This is the reason guys like Rigondeaux get booed. Okay, because they're not doing rock'em sock'em bullshit. Okay, stop the nonsense and jab the damn like button. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? All right, but check it out. You have any? Talk to us about, before I lose my mind with this 448. Dude, this is like, what is this? LeBron, 4 assists and 48 points? I mean, this shit's crazy, bro. This is like steals and points. 4 steals, 48 points. But anyway, talk to us, Reggie. What are your thoughts on Tank, Ryan Garcia?
Man, I think it's time to throw Ryan up in there with Tank, man. And I give Ryan a good shot in this fight. A lot of people think otherwise, man. Well, the reason why I state this is we know Tank is a great talent. He's a very gifted fighter, but Tank is wasting his ability. Ryan on the other side, he lives a fighter lifestyle. This kid is fast as hell, and he's starting to get a punch up on him. I like Tank more than that, but I'm honest when it comes to anything. I don't give a fuck if Tank was my son. The lifestyle he's living doesn't fit him for achieving the greatness. We've seen the same shit with Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner was destined for greatness. The minute you start playing around, doing a lot of fuck shit in the game, sorry to cuss, but this stuff angers me with seeing kids, because I grew up all my life around highly talented kids they get to this point, they start making money at these professional levels, and they don't appreciate it. And they start getting caught up in want to do what looks fun, hanging out in the clubs and all this, and not putting in the time, because you have to put this time, you have to put this work in, keeping your body in motion with this sport, you can't really take too many days off. And especially when you start packing on weight, hanging out in clubs, want to look anything but like a fighter, because you want to look cool, as the minute things start to fade away, because you only got so much time before the age thing starts to creep up on you. Once you hit them 30s, that's why they look at in any sport when a cat is hitting them 30s and viewing them as old, because physically things change drastically for an athlete. And I just think I see Ryan going in here, and he's at this point. Years ago, no, Ryan didn't stand a chance against Tank, but Ryan's coming to this point to where that speed is matching along with some power up on it. And We've seen Tank going in half-ass against Gamboa. He may go around here underestimating Ryan Garcia as well and getting in there getting embarrassed. So I look at this as being a good fight. And I wouldn't be surprised if Ryan Garcia goes in there and defeat Tank. And that's just the way it is. I would, like I state, I don't play that favoritism shit when it comes to being real. If he was my son, I'll say the same shit. You effing up, this boy gonna whoop your ass. And that's the way I see Tank and Ryan Garcia possibly playing out. Just like Tank Homeboy said on Trill, what's his name, about if Tank's he wasn't something about Ryan Garcia, but it depends. He even had to bring up it depends on what Tank comes into a fight versus Tank and Haney. But for him to speak on that just shows Tank ain't putting everything that he has into the sport. So you don't know what Tank shows up. You know what Ryan Garcia is going to show up. So I think Ryan Garcia has a great chance against Tank Davis at this point.
Yeah, Giannis, you're missing the point, bro. Like we have multiple people that De La Hoya claims did not want to take the fight. Okay? I understand that this stemmed from me mentioning Kovalev getting $12 million. Bro, you cannot justify Kovalev making $12 million. If you want to justify it, come on live when I have the open forum. I'll give you the link. All right, if you want to justify that, if you want to talk about that, if you want that woman and dog beater, okay? If you want to justify that, then we'll talk about it. Okay? What's going on, Chicano Prophet? I would love to see that fight happen next. A lot of people want to see it, but there's a lot of skepticism. But that does come with the territory when it comes to the sport of boxing. You guys are tuning into Boxing Conversations with Reggie Owens, February 13th edition. Tune in every Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Pacific, right, over there in Cali, where Cali Nigam was from. And you're close to there, right, Reggie?
Yeah, I'm out in Vegas right now, yeah.
Yeah, you see how it says Boxing Conversation with the NV right there in the corner? That's right. See, these styles of slick do like that, right? But check it out, right? At the end of the day, so because I'm dying to see, let's see if he comes on, okay? But we'll see if the fight happens. But skepticism comes with the territory. That is for sure, okay? Right. With that said, Fox and ESPN, man, have revealed, first of all, ABC, and I need a lot of you UK channels to listen to me very carefully right now, okay? Like, very carefully. ABC is it's a network, and you know, that's just another way of saying a local station that is free and everybody can get it. They're going to have the pre-show, Reggie, for Wilder versus Fury. I think this is a big deal. This is an added way of exposing the fight. For those wondering, ABC, what? Well, ABC owns ESPN. They're the parent company. You know what I mean? An extension, I believe Disney owns ABC. All right? So we have this huge, I think this is a big deal. Aside from Fox might be doing something. I mean, there's a possibility. I don't know this for sure, but not at the same time, but Fox might be doing some things. There's Fox Sports 1. There is Fox Sports, right? And the whole nine, right? So what do you think, Reggie, about this news, specifically about ABC doing the pre-show?
Man, they really trying to push these numbers, man. They see a mega opportunity for this fight. There's so much behind it. They know their responsibility of adding that extra push and reaching an audience that ESPN is unable to reach. Them hitting kind of these local nationwide net broadcasts. It's huge, man. It's huge for both of these fighters, man. And damn, Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury done walked into a straight up gold mine, man. It's excellent shit, man. It's the best thing that a promoter can ask for a fighter to ask for. And the crazy thing, they ain't got to really do too much building the fight. No press tour or anything really needed for this fight. It's kind of selling itself along with the promotional push they getting. That Super Bowl time slot they ran. Now, I was shocked when you told me CBS. I'm like, I'm like, damn, they getting into it, but I didn't realize they were
ABC.
Yeah, and so, man, this is major stuff, man, super major.
I definitely agree, man. And also, it's been revealed. A couple of other things have been revealed. Is the team that'll be broadcasting this fight. I want to know what you guys think in the chat. Let me know what you think about this. This is for the Wild and Fury pay-per-view. By the way, this is unprecedented, right? In terms of, we've had Showtime and HBO co-promote, right, for pay-per-views, but those are premium networks that have a much smaller audience simply because of the nature of those networks and the way they function. To get HBO, you have to pay $15 a month. With some providers, up to $19 a month. Showtime could be anywhere from $10 to $19, depending how you subscribe to it. So it's almost like a little mini pay-per-view that you're paying for every single month for those networks, and then an extension to buy a pay-per-view on top of that. In this case, Fox Sports and ESPN are available by all cable providers, satellite providers, FiOS, over the top, like YouTube, TV, and Sync TV, and things of that nature. So it's available everywhere. Apps like ESPN Plus will be promoting. So yes, even apps, guys. Okay. If you want to get it in the fucking app, you can get it in an app. Okay, the zone people, right? So a lot will be at stake here, but most importantly, ESPN is the largest, sports enterprise in the United States by far, right? Fox Sports is the second largest sports enterprise. Both together are absolutely huge. Okay. We have Kate Abdo. I believe I have seen her on those PBC shows and stuff. I think she's a good choice. But I want to know what you think about these other guys, Reggie. There's Tim Bradley, Max Kellerman's there, Brian Kenny, but that dude's double dipping, bro. Okay, that dude's on Fox and on the Zone. I don't know what's going on with that. Mark Craigle is okay. Jimmy Lennon Jr. will be the announcer. I'm down with that. I like Jimmy. Lennox Lewis, Osuna is okay. Sean Porter's there. Joe Tessitore, Andre Ward, and Larry Hazard. What are your thoughts, about these guys right here, Reggie?
Yeah, I don't think nothing of it, man. I can give two shits about commentators, man. The only one I care about is Lennox Lewis, my favorite fighter of all times, and I like Andre Ward is up there as well. Those are the only ones I care about. This is punk Brian Kenny. I don't even know how he's still doing commentate. That's one dude. F him. Me and him are getting a damn fight. But the rest, I really don't care about none of them. Sean Porter does a great job on his show that he has with damn, why can't think of the dude's name? The other fighter that Tank was supposed to fight with the mess his eye up. Them two do a great job on that show that they do about boxing. Who's doing the fight? So each of the networks, they're gonna do their own play-by-play commentating. But
no, like it's gonna be a joint venture on the pay-per-view.
Yeah,
they'll have their own. I apologize. They're going to have their own coverage on ESPN, Sports Center, and then Fox Sports, whatever they do. But as far as the pay-per-view itself, this is the team.
Yeah, it's cool. Even though I can give two shits about these commentators, except Lennox Lewis, because that's my guy, my number one fighter of all time. So the rest of them, F them. Sean Porter, I gotta give him his credit. I only like athletes. I don't like these college paper writer fools. So Lennox is cool. Sean Porter is cool with me. Andre Ward is cool. And Tim Bradley cool as a fighter. I don't care about him as a commentator. But that's my thoughts on it.
Bro, Peter Buckley, whoever that is, 24 wins, 256 losses, bro? Are you for real? Like, how's that happen?
Yeah, he has 32 actually, but those losses is real.
Okay. So how many losses before someone says, all right, you've had enough losses? Because apparently 256 isn't it, right? So, like, how many losses before people say, you know what? You've had enough. You know what I mean? Is it 257? Is that when we say, okay, you're good? But I like how you're correcting, Reggie. Like, if it makes a big difference. Oh, yeah, 32 wins, everybody, okay? I'm just saying. You know, who'll do play-by-play? I don't know. AJ10, Reggie Owens on his channel. You guys check that out.
Yeah, I'm doing play-by-play.
Man, but it's going to be interesting. What's huge here is the promotion. Dude, I remember when they were putting basically ads. Like they were running commercials on the Super Bowl. In one time slot, Reggie, like over 100 million homes. Okay. So I saw Fanon out there say it was 100 million people. No, that's homes. Reggie, have you watched the Super Bowl with people before?
No, man, I don't watch no sports with people, man. I've gotten away from that shit.
In your whole life, you never been to a home for a Super Bowl?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, right. I have. But I've gotten away from that shit.
There could be up to 20 people in a fucking household watching Super Bowl, right? So we're talking about possibly 200 million people saw a commercial of Wilder versus Fury. Well, usually, and then a lot of the idiots were saying, hey, man, Wilder Fury, it's negative 5 million now because they just spent $5 million on the pay-per-view. I wonder how they're going to pay for that. You fucking stupid idiots, okay? Fox was running the broadcast. Fox is part of the pay-per-view. They ain't pay shit, all right? You fucking idiots. But anyway, but the promotion's going to be huge. I mean, they're going to be running this all day, bro. Like, I guarantee you, tune in to ESPN and Fox Sports, right? On Friday and Saturday, the weekend of this fight. You know, every time they have a guest on for something, they're going to be asking them about this fight. Who do you got tonight? Wilder Fury, right? They're going to be constantly reminding people of that. The ESPN website, Fox Sports website, all that, it's going to be talking about the fight, bro. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of coverage. You best believe First Take's going to be talking about it. Undisputed's going to be talking about it. They're going to put a lot behind this, man. I think this pay-per-view is going to be a success, bro. I can't put a number on it, but it's going to do pretty good.
Oh, hell yeah. And the network just falling in love with Deontay Wilder. And they're going to really fall in love if he's the one that comes out victorious, because they haven't lost no money. He ain't a bad investment like DAZN made with Triple G. To run these ads on the Super Bowl was big money. And like you said, it was free. Super Bowl, because with Fox, they make their money not on what the events they show, but from the advertisements that they sell. And the Super Bowl advertisements were big time money. So to run this ad on that day, major money, major money. They ain't losing nothing. So they're going to give Wilder whatever he wants. And especially if that pay-per-view sells over 1 million or goes up to what Bob Arum is predicting, you can kiss ass Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn.
By the way, Canelo against Roy Jones, dude, that would be crazy, but I wouldn't put it past him. But could you imagine, Reggie, making a song You Must Have Forgot with Canelo? Like you know what I mean? When I caught Callum Smith with the right hand, you must have forgot. You know what I mean? When Kovalev was washed up, he almost got knocked out by Yard. I got him in the next fight. Y'all must have forgot. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying. Like, well, what are they gonna do? You know what I mean? When Mayweather give me a boxing lesson, y'all must have forgot. You know what I mean? Like, what? Like, I'm just saying. Anyway, as far as this goes, man, Wilder Fury. Any change of heart so far, Reggie, as we get closer to this fight? By the way, Clarissa Shields, I want your opinion on this. Clarissa Shields was out there, and she referred to Tyson Fury, I saw this on Twitter, as a white Muhammad Ali because of the way he boxes. And I'm not joking.
No, Clarissa, he ain't that. Hell no. And he ain't none of that, man. The only thing he is a tall ass dude. And with that tall ass frame, when he does this, it takes other fighters out of range to hitting this guy. Him extending out these long arms makes it harder for other guys to hit him. Now he's in here with Wilder, whose extremities are the same length. So, but his movements ain't nothing. All that, the irky jerkiness and all that, I guess it looks good for somebody that being that damn tall. You don't see What's unusual, you don't see too many boxers at this height, at that weight, being able to move like that. So I can give him credit for that, for his agility at his size. But Ali, hell nah, man, that's like an overreach for that one. But I get what she's doing. It's adding praise to the guy, I guess. But hell nah, I'm sorry, Clarissa, I gotta disagree with you on that.
The first time they wanted me to fight Triple G, I dropped the title. I guess that's the only way they could take it. You know, that is Canelo's You Must Have Forgot, bro. I mean, I don't want to change the subject, but I'm going to write a Canelo You Must Have Forgot, and I'm going to have that scroll wrap it, bro, and I'm going to post it on YouTube. I'm just saying. All right? Y'all must have forgot, BT. Absolutely. Did Canelo ever knock anybody out with a body shot?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he vicious with his body shots. Matter of fact, it was when he moved up, he fought that tune-up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. What's his name again? Fielding?
Yeah, Rocky Fielding.
When it said Rocky Fielding was too big, I got him with a body shot. You must have forgot. You know what I mean? Like, we could do a whole, like Canelo, you could do a song with him, bro. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, you know, Lara arguably beat me, but I had the judges on my side. You must have forgot. You know what I mean? But, yeah, that's it. And Liam Smith, Liam. Let me tell you something, man. I'm gonna do that song, bro. I swear to God, I'm gonna do the song. All right. When I took Chavez Jr. to 12, y'all must have forgot. You know. I'm just saying. Really quick, Rivas wanting White. Expert Genius brought up that question earlier. You know, if that fight happens, I mean, what would you do if you're in White's team?
They're gonna duck him because Dylan White looked trash, even with all that stuff in the system. And I think Rivas can go in here and beat him. I don't know. Damn, I'm trying to recall that fight, but I remember Rivas dropping him. If Rivas can get back in this fight, he can bring it to Dylan White. He'll figure him out. And then I think Rivas will dog him. If Rivas wants that fight, which I doubt Dylan White gets him a shot at it, he'll dog Dylan White in this one.
Yeah, for sure. Look at this. When I beat down Matthew Hadd and made him come down to 150, I didn't even make the weight. Y'all must have forgot. And I still got the title shot. Y'all must have forgot. You know what I mean? But anyway, if I know Giannis or whatever, if you wanted to come on, I mean, the link's right there. You know what I mean? Like if you want to vigorously defend whatever it is, I want you to do it on the hot mic right now. If the link's right there. You know what I mean? 92 AKU, the link's right there.
Yeah, jump on.
You know. But if you don't want to jump on, then, you know, it's all talk then. You know what I mean? It's just as simple as that. All right. We pretty much covered everything here, Reggie. But I wanted to go ahead and ask you this, though. Plant, he's going to be fighting this weekend. By the way, Punch a Chance, I covered it with Ashley. But what are your overall thoughts on Plant and as a fighter? And why is this guy not a bigger deal? Like, why are a lot of Americans gravitating towards the Eastern Europeans, but they got Plant, bro, American born from Nashville, Tennessee. Dude's practically rocking around with a cowboy cap, probably. I don't know. He's from Nashville, bro. I'm just saying, what's going on? Are these people confused?
Man, I don't know why they found this. I watched this. What's the name? Frida Butts or something like that. Vincent. I watched his last fight today. Man, the dude is basic as hell. The best thing he got going for him is a left hook down to the body. But Caleb Plant's just going to style, put on a hometown display. But like I've always say, I'm always nervous when fighters go back home to fight. That's the only thing I can think of. For some reason, I'm going to be, what they say, superstitious. I'm worried about this home fight. But this dude the dude he's going in here is basic. He's just straightforward, streamlined type dude. Caleb Plant has some of the best footwork out there. very good hands. He's just gonna play around, toy with this dude, keep the guy in the fight for a while to entertain home, and then go in there to get him out. I don't see much power from this dude. This dude is a German-based showcase fighter. I went back and looked over some of his highlights. I seen a bunch of bullish going into his fights where it looked like some of these fights were fixed. If you just go back and watch Vincent's highlight reel, you'll see where fighters aren't getting hit with shots, going down, acting like they've been hit with something. The way the refs react when this guy's going off. And there's one moment it was like, what the hell is this ref doing? It's like, this dude is just kind of built up. Then I go back to check his record, checking the record of his opponents. Now, when you look at his opponent's record, you look at who they're fighting. They're fighting these same kind of guys that Anthony Yarde just finished fighting, the Peter Buckley looking types, those fighters with more losses than wins, and they're making their records look good, thinking this dude's going in there with something. But Vincent is just a straightforward fighter with nothing special to him. He doesn't seem to have a big punch. Those knockouts on his record is based on who he's fighting. I've noticed looking at German fighters, there's a bunch of easy crap coming up out of there to make these dudes look good. But I think Caleb's going to go in here and flash on them. The only thing I'm worried about this home, I hate when fighters go back home for some reason. I just felt they're cursed by when they do that. But other than that, I think he's going to be good because I want to see Caleb versus David Benavidez, who, matter of fact, I think is doing the he's going to be on the ringside commentating. So that's going to be dope in the post fight. I can't wait to see the post fight and see how they get in each other's face.
And by the way, credit to Canelo, though. The one good thing he did, Triple G, you wanted to fight Mexican style. I fought a Mexican style, made him my bitch. Y'all must have forgot. You know what I mean? So anyway, we got 92 AKU on here. 92 AKU, you're on. What's on your mind?
What's
going on?
What's up, D-Style, Reggie?
What's happening, man?
Well, why are you saying that I'm saying that we're saying that Charlo is the GOAT and Canelo's not shit? Like, where did you get that from?
No, I'm just joking, but I just showing that you guys do. This is kind of the Charlo fan club, though. You notice?
So you're not joking. So Tachos,
No.
What's on your mind? You there?
You on mute?
Did you mute yourself, bro? We can't hear you. Well, what do you think, Reggie? Did it sound convincing?
No, ain't no fan club over here, man. Even if I was a fan, I keep things honest with any fighter that I like. I see some people can bend rules for their favorite fighters. Me, no, I won't do it. I won't do it at all. I refuse to do it. And ain't no fan club over here for no Charlo. I don't know where you got that from. Charlo's a great fighter. You cannot deny what the Charlos are doing. Charlos are proving themselves in this fight game. People don't like the way they come off, the way they respond, how they always seem hostile, but they're fucking fighters. And I have nothing against that. Yeah, they may need to clean. They can come off a little bit cleaner in interviews, but once again, these are fighters. They ain't Tiger Woods. They ain't Tim Duncan. These dudes are supposed to be aggressive because they go in there ready for war to knock someone's head off because on the other side, a person's looking to do that to them as well. But I ain't no fan, what he said, fan club, but I do like the Charlos. Even if I didn't like the Charlos, say if I hate, you gotta respect these dudes because they're doing what they're supposed to do out here. They're doing their thing. You can't hate on that unless you're just a hater.
All right, 92 AKU, what's going on? Why are we the Charlo fan club?
No, you guys just you guys hate on Canelo a little bit too much. You guys are kind of hypocrites on.
Give me an example of hypocrisy.
Like right now, trying to discredit his Kovalev win and
I didn't discredit, not me.
Okay, but kind of like the general feeling, the general happens every show. Like it's funny. I like it. Like it's you guys don't like Canelo. It's not that many people do, so it's not a big deal.
Canelo has a huge fan base, bro. It's not true that a lot of people don't like Canelo.
Yeah, it's both though. It's about 50-50 if you ask anybody.
Do you think, is it true that that people just hate on him, or is there? I'm not saying there's no such thing as people that just don't like Canelo, right?
Yeah.
I defended Canelo a lot of times on the show. You know what I mean? But when I feel the criticism is valid, I criticize him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but no, but there's some parts where they're not. When you remember, you
Okay.
thought there was going to be a catch weight on a Canelo fight, and you said I don't know for sure, but trust me, he's going to have a catch weight. And you
This
really
is what I
had
said. I said I'll be shocked if there's no catch weight or some type of clause regarding the weight. Is what I said. And from what I've seen, there was a clause regarding the weight in that fight.
Yeah, there was a rehydration clause.
Yeah. So I wasn't all the way wrong. But before
right.
I knew about that, I did say, "Hey, look, I'm surprised." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I give him credit at the time for the very least not doing the catch weight, but there was a rehydration clause.
Okay, but then, all right. About the when news broke down about Charlo fighting Dennis Hogan. For like the whole hour, the whole video, there was not one mention that he was moving up to 154. You guys didn't mention that for one. You guys talked about, well, he almost beat Jaime Munguia and this and that, but for the whole hour, I think it was more than an hour of that video. Go back and watch it. There's not one mention of the 154. He was a 154 fighter moving up to fight 160. And anyways, on the Charlos, I like the Charlos outside the ring. They're funny and they're hella cool. But inside the ring, there's some red flags that you guys are missing, and I think that's why they're not putting them with tough competition.
So let's go.
What are the red flags?
Well, let's go. Like let's say that what you're saying is true. Like we never went out of our way to point out that Hogan was moving up. That's pretty much common knowledge. Like people knew the guy was at 154, and they knew for the most part. This is a hardcore boxing fan show on like we're not like Sports Center, right? You know what I mean? So there's so much bandwidth. There's so much bandwidth we have, and we want to get to the point on some things. Okay, but let's say I grant you that, right? How does that prove that we're like some fan club or something like
that? Oh, okay, man. It kind of is though. You guys are lying. You guys know it is the Charlo fan club.
I guess.
What are the red flags in the ring?
Almost losing to some guy named Matt Corbo, who got knocked out by Andy Lee, and that's the only named fighter in Charlo's 160 record. And have you noticed from after that he fought 154. So
okay,
I mean,
here's what I've argued. Okay, I could only speak for myself, right? I think you have an idea like everyone feels the same exact way, right? We're all different individuals. I could speak for myself, okay? I've always argued that Canelo should fight Charlo. I'm guilty of that, okay? Same. I want to see him fight Charlo, right? What happens when I say that, I get a lot of whataboutisms. Well, what has Charlo done? Well, what about this? What about that? Canelo fought Khan, bro. Amir Khan, a guy that was getting knocked down by lightweights at 147 pounds, okay? And he went up to fight Canelo. Like I'm just saying, the dude fought Liam Smith. What had Liam Smith done at that point? He fought Rocky Fielding, bro. Right? To say I just want to see him fight Charlo is not some extension that I think I'm a fanboy of Charlo whatsoever. Right? Like I'm just saying. But Reggie, you want to add anything to that?
Yeah, I mean the red flag is being Corball's red flag is shot down because Corball was a pretty good fighter. He's a fighter who's been spoken of. I believe he's the one that they say that Triple G has avoided. So Corball isn't that bad of a fighter. And even going into that fight, Charlo had to deal with the whole mental aspect of watching his twin brother suffer a controversial loss. So it was a lot affecting him going in that fight. But what he showed is the true heart of a warrior. He was able to take these big shots. And I think Corball was coming down in weight.
Not only was he coming down the weight, we're talking about Charlo fighting a southpaw on 1 week's notice. He didn't even know dude. He didn't get a chance to read our dude or anything like that. So that's that's an advantage for a southpaw to be able to fight an orthodox fighter on 1 week's notice. He didn't get a chance to really scout you or anything like that. So That's advantage. Matt Korobov was a good fighter. He was definitely ducked by Triple G. And before he got knocked out by Andy Lee, he was the one that HBO was actually speaking about as being in one of the next big things. People forget about that, man. People forget about him. And what's the other again? What's the other?
Matt Korobov just lost after that fight with Charlo. He lost.
No. He injured himself, and he's about to. He was beating Eubank Jr.
Oh, we'll go one at a time. Go ahead, Kelly.
Yeah, he was beating Eubank Jr. What he did is he fucked up and he dislocated his shoulder, man. He was beating Eubank Jr. was more than likely going to get a rematch against Charlo until he fucked his shoulder up, man. So it's like, man, if you don't have the facts, bro, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, 92 Aku, but you sound like a dude who's trying to protect Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez ducked Demetrius Andrade and Jermell Charlo at 154. They were all there at the same time. He was the mandatory to Demetrius. Hold on, let me finish. He was the mandatory to Demetrius Andrade, bro. He was the mandatory to Demetrius Andrade, and he chose to go another direction. When Demetrius Andrade was stripped of his title and Liam Smith won it, all of a sudden he wanted the WBO. Why did he do that? I'll wait for your answer, 92 Aku.
Go ahead.
Why did he duck Boo Boo?
Why didn't he fight Andrade when he was the mandatory for Andrade's belt, the WBO title? But then he waited until the WBO stripped Andrade and Liam Smith won it. Then he wanted to smoke. How come he didn't want to take it off for Andrade?
I have no idea.
But all of a sudden he didn't want to get the final belt from Andrade when he said, remember when after he beat Danny Jacobs, he said he wants to be undisputed.
Why did he get stripped?
Hold on, let me finish. He said he wanted to be undisputed. And guess who had the final piece to the puzzle to become undisputed? It was Demetrius Andrade. How come he didn't fight him?
I told you I have no idea. But why did he get stripped?
So you don't think that's ducking?
I don't even remember. I don't remember Boo Boo being on the radar at that time.
Boo Boo was the champion, bro, at 154. So but Liam, you telling me Liam Smith was on the radar? He was on the radar, but Andrade wasn't an American champion. You kidding me?
It's kind of hard to say this guy ducked who.
Oh, it's kind of hard, bro. I just gave you the evidence, bro. You know he didn't want no smoke, bro.
Wait, why did Charlo get stripped?
He could have fought Jermell and Jamal.
You have to admit it's a good explanation, NTQ.
Hey, Boo Boo, why did he get stripped?
Andrade?
Duck somebody? Yeah.
No, Andrade didn't duck nobody. Andrade was dealing with a lot of stuff out of the ring, man.
Oh, gotcha.
At the time.
See, I don't know you. I don't say, but I don't know you.
I know you do. You don't know what's going on, but then you always got excuses for why Canelo didn't fight him.
You do sound like a Charlo fanboy. I'm not trying to.
How does that sound like a Charlo fanboy when all I want Canelo to fight him? All we asked for Canelo to fight him. How is that being a fanboy?
But we don't know the negotiation.
You're the one being a fanboy. You got every excuse in the world why Canelo won't fight. Well, I don't know why, but I don't think who was it? Who wasn't a name? Who gives it? You say it didn't matter if it was a name, bro. Kovalev don't sell shit in America, bro. He don't sell shit.
Yeah, but he's a pay-per-view.
But you said Jermell Charlo had something to fight nobody. Jermell Charlo had fought Julian J. Rod Williams, who people were saying he was ducking before he decided to go up. He decided to stay back down and fight his mandatory Julian J. Rod Williams and knocked him out. Then you say Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo is another dude he could have fought. Jermell Charlo, he was trying to get the fight. Remember, Jermell Charlo was actually signed to Golden Boy. He was promised that fight, never got it. Why didn't he fight him?
Politics, bro.
Politics. It's funny how he keeps avoiding these black fighters. Funny thing that when he fights Danny Jacobs, who looked like shit in his last 3 fights prior to fighting.
That's basically you're saying.
Hold on, let me say. Prior to fighting, Danny Jacobs happened to get the fight after he looks like shit in his prior 3 fights. In a fight where people thought he lost, I thought he lost to Magic Selesky, who Demetrius Andrade annihilated. I actually gave Magic Selesky the win. And before you think I'm some Canelo hater, go to my channel. I got receipts on my channel.
Yeah, what happened to Danny Jacobs versus Canelo? What happened in that fight?
I picked Danny Jacobs to win. I picked Canelo to win the fight, bro. I got the receipts on my channel. I picked Canelo to win, and I praised Canelo after the fight.
How many rounds did he win by?
I actually had Canelo winning easily. I said he would. I actually picked Canelo to win easily, bro. Because I said Danny Jacobs is overrated.
You're gonna discredit Danny Jacobs.
I said Danny Jacobs is overrated way before then, bro. I never thought he was that good. I thought he lost to Magic Selesky. You don't believe me? I got the receipts on my channel, bro. You don't know people. You're a fanboy. You think you assume you know everybody. I praise Canelo and a whole bunch. Matter of fact, just go to Google and type in the Cali Enigma and Canelo Alvarez. You're gonna see a variety of videos, me praising him and me shitting on him.
Let me say this. But,
go ahead, Reggie. Go ahead.
But AKU, you can't state that people are part of a fan club when there's fighters out here. You can't pick and choose who's popular, who people should praise, and just do whatever the hell they want. There's standards to what real hardcore fans expect in this fight game, and that's for you to live up to fighting everything that's a challenge out here. Anything that calls you out, that threatens you in this fight game, you're supposed to knock down all challengers, and Canelo's not doing that. And I'm about to be quick. I've been a fan of Canelo's. There's been a lot of even when you look at it, even if you're just saying, "Oh, I just like black fighters," you can go speak to some of the Mexican legends in the sport who also give Canelo heavy criticism based on what he's doing. He's doing a lot of cherry picking through this game. You have it where he's avoided fighters at the 154 division who follow him all the way up. Now you have Canelo jumping through all these hoops of avoiding these guys at 160, campaigning at 168, campaigning at 175. You have to be critical of a fighter that's doing that. Even if Charlos begin to do something like that,
I give credit for that.
The Charlos will get criticized by people who are fans of theirs. And that's just the truth of what true fight fans are. You like Canelo and you're protecting him. And that's
hey, 90.
Let's let G-Funk.
Go ahead.
I just want to say one thing real quick. Before you go on to say that I don't like Mexican fighters, go on my Instagram. You'll see a picture. You'll see a picture with me with David Benavidez. You'll see me, take a picture of Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia even like my
for life.
Mikey Garcia is one of my favorite fighters, and I got receipts to prove that shit too. Only time I picked against Mikey Garcia is when he fought Errol Spence Jr. because I said Errol Spence Jr. was too big. When a skilled bigger man fights a skilled little man, the skilled bigger man usually wins, especially if the skills are pretty close. Which I thought Earl was. I actually proved Earl was much more skilled. I thought Earl was more skilled than Mikey Garcia. But I said Mikey Garcia had a high boxing IQ, and I thought that Errol Spence Jr. would actually win because he's bigger and he's skilled as well. When it turned out to be the case, he dominated the fight. But I've never picked against Mikey Garcia.
I said G-Funk. What's up, G-Funk?
Hey, what's going on,
You'll
guys?
respond. Hold on. Let's let G-Funk in. I'll let you respond.
Hey, 92 AKU. You called me a Canelo hater yesterday, man. Am I like Reggie? Am I like Reggie and Cali? Am I only biased towards black fighters or what?
Damn. Well, first of all, when did I ever say that? When did I say someone's biased to black fighters?
Isn't that what I just heard? That you said Cali only likes?
You said we were all biased towards Charlo.
No, yeah.
Well, he said that we're a Charlo fan club, but but to G-Funk, what G-Funk's trying to say is right. I believe it's like what I said at the beginning. You know what I mean? We're not all like monolithic. We all have different opinions. You know what I mean? So but let's get to the heart of the issue. G-Funk is saying
what makes me a hater is what I really want to know. What makes me a hater, 92 AKU, in your opinion, not just everybody else, but in your opinion.
Okay. Where do I begin? Anytime Canelo, you just have something negative. I mean, it's not a big deal. I think it's funny, but at least, I mean, it's kind of obvious. You guys are kind of lying to yourselves. You guys don't. I mean, you guys still watch the fights. I'm pretty sure you guys still watch the Canelo fights. I mean, who doesn't?
Absolutely. Ever since I've been back, I called all his fights,
So you guys kind of love to hate to watch him, kind of. It's kind of love-hate relationship.
No, we're boxing fans, bro. We're going to watch fights on TV, bro. It's not like that's not. Boxing is not like I'm only going to watch the guys I like. You know what I mean?
Can I just get these 2 points, because you guys kind of said something.
Go ahead, bro.
All right, 1 point about Cali when he said Danny Jacobs is overrated. Dude, if Canelo is, I'm pretty sure we could all agree top 5 pound for pound. If it was at best it was a draw, and Canelo barely beat him by 1 round. And then he did the same thing to Danny Jacobs. So that's kind of silly, kind of weird to say Danny Jacobs is ignorant. I mean, is overrated when he almost beat the 2 top guys. And then
Reggie, it's okay if you disagree with that, but I'm getting the sense that like you want Cali to feel the same way you feel. You know what I mean? Like, all you got to just tell us how you feel, and that's cool.
I did.
You know? Okay.
Okay, and then here's the question to Reg: who had a better year than Canelo as far as opponents? 160 Danny Jacobs, champion, and 175 Kovalev, champion. Who had a better year? Because you're saying you're getting tired of Canelo and not finding the best competition. Who had a better competition-wise? Who had a better year?
Canelo fights a lot of dudes past their prime, bro.
Let me answer that, Khalid. But when it comes to Canelo, it's the Kovalev fight is a fight that doesn't count. Many people are writing that fight off. There's many speculations to it. Doesn't count. But there's other fighters who have put on great fights. Sean Porter had a great year of fight. Deontay Wilder had a great year of fights. That's not the case. But you find no fault in what Canelo is doing out here, and that's. I do. So where's your criticism at?
Okay, so what give me a criticism of Canelo, 92.
He dropped the belt to Golovkin. You can't ever forget that.
Okay, what else? Is that all you got?
No, he's been pretty badass. He's just been taking some of the toughest competition. Like Danny Jacobs, that came out of nowhere.
So you don't think Andrade would have been a tougher fight?
Ooh, that's a good fight. I want to see that fight.
Yeah, Andrade stylistically, that to me is his worst matchup. At times, yeah. I can see how Canelo could beat Jermell Charlo, but the harder fight for me is for him versus Andrade. That's a horrible matchup for him.
Yeah, I don't see that fight happening. It's not because too high risk, low reward for. I don't see that fight happening.
But Kovalev, because Kovalev was a low reward for him. Actually, but it doesn't matter because you understand. It's not a risk because Canelo gets guaranteed the same money no matter who he fights. So how is it really a risk?
Because Boo Boo's that good. So same reason why Charlo won't fight him.
Charlo, what are you talking about? Boo Boo admitted to ducking Charlo, bro. Actually, with Showtime offering him, he admitted that Showtime offered him a fight with Jermell Charlo. Matter of fact, he's ducked Jermell and Jermell, bro. It's evidence.
Can I ask some? Let me ask you this, Night Turkey. Do you want to see him fight Charlo? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, so do we.
So why do you always hear whenever Charlo's name gets brought up, it's who has Charlo fought? Like why is that even in the whole thing? Like that shouldn't even matter. But it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter. He's one of the best guys in the division, right?
But you don't think that's a real question? Like who has he fought? Like that's like some people don't even know who Brian Adams is. I don't even none of them.
No. What I'm saying is this. If you want to see the fight, you should just say, hey, look, let's get it on. Instead of saying, well, who's Charlo fought?
Hey, can we admit that he aged out Triple G? I mean, can we admit that shit that he waited for about 3 years?
Yeah.
3 years. He aged out Triple G. He did.
And barely beat him both times. On top of that.
He did. Facts. Triple G would have beat him.
Like, so we're on agreement that we want to see the fight, but when we talk about it, we're fanboys of Charlo.
Because you avoid like important details. Like you guys are in a gas Kovalev.
We knew what the Hogan fight was, bro. Yeah. Like you said, like for a whole hour, right? I bet you anything, I did not talk about the fight for a whole hour. I probably talked about it in a segment, like I usually do. Okay, you're making it seem like I was on here for a whole hour, just talking like pumping up the fight.
Yeah.
When I wasn't here pumping up the fight, I was talking about the fight that was going to happen. I gave my prediction for the fight. That's all I did.
Hey, would you guys give? Hey, just a real question. Would you guys give Canelo, a fair pass if he went 12 against a guy named Brian Adams?
Who? Brian Adams, the singer?
you tell Brian Adams, you do know that Triple G had ducked Jermell Charlo at that time, right? He got ordered to fight Triple G. That's who he wanted to fight, and Triple G decided not to take the fight. And I'm not trying to defend Triple G, and understand Triple G passed his prime.
Career lightweights, bro. I just don't know what you want.
What was that?
So this is a situation where Canelo and Triple G both decided not to fight Jermell Charlo. You know that Jermell Charlo. I mean, you know that Canelo Alvarez. The reason Jermell Charlo became the full WBC champion because the WBC approached Canelo Alvarez and asked him. They gave him two options. You can either fight Demetrius Andrade for undisputed, which he said he wanted to do after the Danny Jacobs fight, or you can fight your mandatory in Jermell Charlo. He said no to both. So the WBC wanted to continue to get money, sanctioning fees from Canelo Alvarez. created this bullshit duck title known as the franchise title in order to try to protect Canelo's legacy, and also
well, you do know this as a fact.
Yeah, no, it is a fact. We know this is a fact.
This is a fact. When they
yes,
said Charlo
I know this is a fact.
I
know this is a fact.
Okay, yeah.
I know this for a fucking fact that it's a fact.
Let's see what he got to say.
Okay, you do know when they said Charlo and Triple G is mandatory, that a week later Charlo set up the fight against Matt Korboff. So how are you gonna want a mandatory when you just set up a fight?
No, because Triple G ducked the fucking fight, dude. He said no.
So you only negotiate for a week?
And no, he did not set up the fight with Korboff. He was supposed to fight Willie Monroe after that. He was looking for fighters to fight. He was supposed to fight Willie Monroe. Yeah. Willie Monroe popped dirty, and then Matt Korboff was a last-minute replacement, bro. But he was supposed to fight Triple G.
Like 92 IQ. Like, give me the top 5 dudes like Triple G has fought. Like his 5 best wins.
I don't even think he has 5, but he has Canelo twice. Beat him the first time.
No, Danny
Danny Jacobs is his best win.
No, but like Danny Jacobs. But I want 92 IQ to answer this. Give me 5 guys Triple G beat. They're like, wow, it's top 5.
I told you, I feel Canelo, Triple G beat Canelo. Just like you guys think.
No, I don't want to. Don't tell me what you feel. Okay. Just give me his 5 best wins on record.
Okay, on record.
Yeah.
Danny Jacobs, David Lemieux, and Kell Brook. No way, not Kell Brook. He got beaten. He was beaten by Kell Brook.
How about David Lemieux?
So when it comes to Triple G, you're quick to say, man, if we mention, like right now we said, right, he stalled out Triple G, you didn't quickly jump and say, man, who had Triple G fought? What had he done to fight Canelo? Like, you didn't do that. But when it comes to Charlo, you immediately, who's he fought? Who's he fought? I know what that guy is.
I never said Charlo. I never said who's Charlo fought.
You've done it plenty of times in the chat room, bro. Yes, you do it all the time in the chat room.
No,
I'm not stupid. I remember.
Competition is weak. That's a fact. But I've never said, who is he fought?
So was Golovkin's, bro.
But 92, you just asked who has Charlo fought. You just brought that up.
Can I name him? He's fought Austin Trout. He's fought Julian J. Rock Williams, bro. Those aren't 2 good names.
I mean, Austin Trout, had a really close fight with Canelo. Let me just remind you about that.
Yeah.
Hey, let me get something off real quick, man. Could I do that real quick? Cause I'm battling it. I'm battling this cold, man.
I'm running out on time too, but go ahead.
I just want to address 92 AQ here, and it's no hate, brother. Trust me. You're not the first one to call me a Canelo hater. I've been on YouTube now for almost 10 years. I started right at the hype of this guy, right when the hype started with Canelo. And I'm just going to say like this, man. I've said several times, I'm just talking recently now. I've said several times that I think that these guys that are there for him to fight, like Charlo, Andrade, Billy Joe, I think he can beat all these guys. But the problem is he just won't do it. We're not seeing him getting in there to do it. So that's the problem. That's the problem I have with him. And that's the only criticism I have of him is that he won't fight guys when he's supposed to.
And Canelo's in a position where he could literally fight whoever he wants. A lot of these guys are not in that position. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean?
He's looking to fight flat-footed Euro bums. And that's basically what he's looking to fight. To me, like I said, the 2 styles that are really bad for him, in my opinion, would have been the Xylophone, which Billy Joe Saunders on Xylophone, because Billy Joe Saunders on Xylophone can move and has a lot of stamina. And I'll be honest,
Kelly, I think he beats the shit out of Billy Joe Saunders, but
no, I'm talking about. I said Billy Joe Saunders on Xylophone. I said on Xylophone. He's not gonna be able to take it now. Remember the drug, the drug cheat. Right. Yeah, I said the difference, but he's not gonna be able to take no Xylophone.
Can we set up a real fight with no politics? Charlo versus Jerry. Will you guys be? Can you guys see that happening this year?
Who you said Charlo versus who?
Who? Let's get it on. That's what I say.
That's gonna happen, bro. It got ordered. It's gonna happen. It got ordered.
But we're not against that though. Like you know what I'm not gonna say. Here's what I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna go. But what about why does it Canelo fight him? Why should Charlo fight him? You know what I mean? Like I don't play those games.
I hate those games.
Yeah,
I hate those games,
when,
man.
Canelo, when
yes, I'm okay if Charlo fights him. That's fine. Yes.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that fight. That's a great fight.
Keep that same energy when Charlo fights some random guy next. When if he doesn't fight Derevchenko,
he got orders to fight. You know, he got orders to fight Derevchenko, and they're both PBC fighters, dude. You understand that, right?
Hold on. I don't know what response you expected, but you know, I don't know. You probably weren't expecting that response. What do you mean by keep that energy? Like, well, what are you talking about?
Keep the energy about saying, "Oh, you guys, when you guys don't get the fight you guys want, when Canelo fights this British guy or this other British guy, it's probably gonna be one of those 68 British guys. When he doesn't fight Charlo, when he doesn't fight Boo Boo, you guys are gonna hate it, which is fine. I'm kind of gonna hate it too, but then you guys say he's ducking Charlo when then Charlo fights some random dude at PBC when he can fight Derevchenko, who's the top 5 160.
He got ordered by the WBC to fight him. What's wrong with you, dude? He's gonna fight Derevchenko next, and they're both PBC fighters.
Like we literally said, yes, we want to see the fight. You know who doesn't act that way? Canelo fans. Okay, when you bring up a fight, it's always what about why doesn't this guy fight him? Well, who are these guys fighting? Why should Canelo fight that guy? It becomes whataboutisms. I mean, that's what happens.
But you're getting all Canelo fans are the same thing. You could do the same thing about Charlo fans.
Nah, because the thing is this, man. Just like D-Style said, it's like the Canelo fans want to have a mini tournament with all the guys that he should be fighting. You know, like, oh, they should just fight each other first, and then they can come and fight. You know, like
sign me up for something.
Let me put it this way, okay? And I know there's people that disagree, but look, I think Canelo beats Charlo. Okay, not everybody agrees with that.
It wouldn't shock me one bit at all.
But what I think doesn't fucking matter. Like if he doesn't get in the ring and prove it, then what I think doesn't matter, dude. As a boxing fan, I want to see that fight. Okay, this dude has been a star since he was a kid, 19 years old. Yeah. Right? All right. Like this sport is paying this guy handsomely. He's getting $35 million a fight. Spare me if I want to see him fight top opposition. Right? It's not too much to ask. It's not. He doesn't get to fight like an impressive
Rocky Fielding.
Rocky Fielding, and look, I was impressed with the Kovalev win, even though there was a rehydration clause. Okay? So some other people, some other people like Cali did not pick Kovalev though. Like I said, we're not monolithic, dude. Like we all have different opinions. You know what I mean? But you seem to have this concept that we're monolithic and we're all these, huge Charlo fans. When you could clearly see that me and Cali had a different opinion about the Kovalev fight.
I picked Canelo to stop him. Didn't I from the beginning? Didn't I? Remember D-Style? I picked Canelo to beat Kovalev, to knock out Kovalev from the get-go.
Yeah. But you have an agenda. You're discrediting all Canelo.
I have an agenda, bro. Oh my God, bro. You really are something, bro. You are a dick rider, bro. I got a good compliment. You get compliment. You are a dick rider. You are a Canelo dick rider, bro. And you can't help yourself. You are like afraid for this dude to fight people. And I told you, and I think Canelo's a badass. He can fight. It's on my channel.
You can't like tell people they have an agenda without proving it, bro. Like you seem to think that specifically with Cali, but you seem to think that all of us have this agenda against Canelo, and that's just not the case. I know you're perceiving it that way, but that's just not true.
No, dude, I wouldn't be watching the channel if you guys were brainwashed. It's just jokingly, like, I mean, it's just.
I mean, that's cool, but at the same time, like, I'm just saying you're wrong. You're joke or not, like,
that's fine. Yeah, I mean, let the chat. I mean, what does the chat say? I can't see the chat. Hey, but real quick question: Who do you think deserves the Canelo fight the most? I think it's Boo Boo.
Yeah, but who has Boo Boo fought? I mean, like that's. You know what I mean? Like if we start doing that, yes, I want to see.
And you know what's funny too is I said, because I called Andrade's last fight here on YouTube.
See all these motherfuckers fight each other is what I want to see.
We shit on Andrade for who he's fought, bro. Bro, I've shitted on. Bro, you don't. You've never been on my channel because I've went on Charlo.
Well, no. Well,
I've gone in on Andrade. I don't give a fuck, bro. All I want to do is see the best fights.
The thing is, all these guys don't have names.
G Funky 84. Haven't I gone in on Andrade and Charlo? You've been on my channel.
Absolutely. I've done the same. Like all you gotta do is look at the last fight that I called was the Andrade DAZN fight. I said it straight up, man, during the fight. I was like, if he fights like this and he gets Canelo next, then Canelo gonna beat him. I just flat out said it. This performance here is not a good performance. And I think if he fought Canelo that night, he would have lost that night. But I'm gonna go ahead and get out, guys. Thanks for having me.
Let me
man.
say one more thing. Salute to you, G Funky 84. BFTB is another guy who shitted on Andrade multiple times, bro. Bro, you must think that everybody in the chat, bro. Reggie Owens shitted on Andrade and Charlo. Bro, you don't know. But you only got your thing is if everybody doesn't praise Canelo, then they're a hater. I mean, I'm talking about 24/7. You can't have any criticism of Canelo, otherwise you're a hater in your opinion.
Can I get you to admit one thing, Attitude Q? You are a bigger fan of Canelo than most.
Like
whatever
boxers?
the spectrum is. No, like whatever the spectrum of boxing fans is, like you lean towards more of a Canelo fan than most.
Why is that?
You're asking me that question, like for real? Is that rhetorical?
That's the same way I feel about you guys, Charlo. But I mean, you can't say one specific detail, but I feel the same. I feel that same way.
Let me tell you something, man. When people criticize Charlo, bro, I do not like jump at his defense. It's not me, bro. Like I'm sorry.
I didn't either.
Goddamn, I did a whole live stream slamming Charlo.
like you know, but it's a good thing we all agree that as long as these fights happen collectively, that includes Canelo. I don't believe Canelo has a special place and none of that. Okay, like it's just not like Chavez was a draw. Guess what? He still fought dudes. You know what I mean? That's just the way it is.
Hey, I want to see just big ass fights. That's all I want to see too. Sorry, I mean, I know you guys probably try to paint me as this Canelo fanboy, but nah, like
bro, you're projecting, bro. Like
he
you're
really
calling
is projecting
fanboys, but in reality, you're like. There's nothing wrong if you're a big Canelo fan.
I guess,
but 92 Aku thinks that he stated this in the past. He don't think that me and Reggie Owens like Mexican fighters, bro, which just isn't true. It just really isn't true. You have in the chat room, bro. It just literally. I'm from California, bro. I've grown up around that. So a whole bunch of fighters that I like are Mexican. Matter of fact,
if you don't feel that way, United, go on record and say you don't feel that way. Like, go on record.
Okay, I'm gonna go on record for something I say I didn't say, but yes, I don't believe that.
No, don't get don't turn into a double negative. Just
both ways.
Just go on record. Like,
yeah, I'll go on record and say on both ways if it was true or not true on both of them. I don't believe that. I do believe you're a Charlo fan. That's fine. I'm a Charlo fan too, though. That's a crazy thing.
But no, I believe that. You're crazy. Hey, man.
Only. You already know.
So give us your final thoughts, Attitude, and then and all that.
My final thoughts is, man, I just want Charlo to fight somebody, anybody, any name. There's no excuses with PBC. They got Derichenko. I know you're gonna roll your eyes like, oh no, you don't want that fight, but the media, the fans are gonna start calling out Charlo like, hey, there's no more to hide. There's Derichenko right there, top 5, no excuses, no promotion, obstacles. I mean, that's the top 5, 2 top 5 fighters fight. If you can't,
and you want Canelo to fight like a top tier fighter, right? No bullshit fights.
Hell yeah.
Not that Japanese dude.
No, the Smith fight, the Smith brother. I didn't watch that fight. I mean, I didn't see that shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I got you, man.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. Cool talk.
Thanks for stopping by. Callie, last words, bro.
Oh man, I appreciate you and Reggie Owens, man. This is hilarious, man. I mean,
it's all good fun.
He said we became a hater because we wanted to see Canelo fight Charlo and Andrade, bro. There's no guarantee that Charlo and Andrade win. We just want to see the goddamn fight. It's actually better for Canelo's legacy because he beats 2 dudes that are in his age range and 2 dudes in their prime. So as long as Canelo don't have like some type of Canelo way, some type of rehydration clause, and he goes in there and beat their ass, which he could do. Canelo's a badass dude, bro, which I've stated multiple times. Everybody, look, man, we have issues with Canelo's diva shit that he does, because that shit's annoying. But everybody knows Canelo can fucking fight, bro. There's no, have you ever heard anybody say that Canelo can't fight? I've never met anybody who's ever said that Canelo's not a badass dude, bro. He doesn't have a lot of skills. I mean, I love the way he slips shots, and the way he bends at the waist, and the way he counterpunches, man. Love the way he works the body. I love his combination shots. Now his stamina is a little questionable, but other than that, you know, he really didn't have too many flaws outside of his footwork. A little suspect, but Canelo's a badass motherfucker, bro. I just don't understand why he won't fight some of these dudes in their prime. Like when he had fought Lara, when he demanded him to fight Lara, I was like, okay, you know, if Canelo would have continued to do shit like that, bro,
Lara was stalking him though. Like Lara was stalking
him, but he got. Remember though, but after that though, he demanded that shit though. He's like, fuck that, this dude ain't gonna humiliate me. It got to him. But now Canelo, you know, just doing whole ass shit, bro. And he don't have to. Canelo's good enough. He is definitely good enough to beat all of the middleweights. He's good enough to beat even the super middleweights. And I think 175. I just think that the only dude I guarantee that he ain't gonna beat right now, in my opinion, is Beterbiev. That's too much. That's where I draw the line. But I don't know about Dave Benavidez may be too big. I'm not sure about that one, quite sure, because Dave Benavidez is fucking massive, man. You know, that dude balloons up to fucking ginormous. He is huge. You know, at some point the size is gonna matter. But those are about the only two fights that I question versus Canelo. But I just think from a stylistic standpoint, I think Andrade is one of his worst matchups. I think Killer Plant and Andrade and Billy Joe Saunders on a xylophone, which he ain't gonna be on it. Those are his worst styles, in my opinion, to match up with. Other than that, and then you know, Charlo can probably cause some problems due to his jab, but pretty much, I said my problem with Charlo is I think he's a little bit too basic for Canelo. So that's to me, that's kind of not so sure about how that fight goes. But I would like to see it though. Another reason I would give Charlo a chance because Canelo gasses. But other than that, man, I mean, I want to see it. But there's no guarantee. Like I said, people were saying, "Oh, if you think Canelo," I said, "I don't know. Canelo's good enough to beat any dude, any motherfucker, bro. We just want to see these fights. That's all we're asking. It's nothing. It's not too much." But then you always get people like, "Oh, who is he for? What has he done?" I'm sick of that type of shit, bro. Because dudes did the same thing in the Wilder with Joshua, and you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean? I'm tired of fans who always do this in boxing. Matter of fact, we've been hearing about shit like this forever since YouTube's been around. It's always been fans saying, "Why does he deserve a fight? Why does this dude deserve a fight?" Why do fans always fall in love like that to the point they want to protect their fighter? You're not getting in the ring. You're not getting paid for it.
Yeah. I agree.
Fuck them. If they lose, they lose. They can bounce back. It ain't the end of the world. Canelo already got a loss. It ain't gonna kill him if he turn around and lost again, but he may not lose again. Let's just see the fights. Canelo can easily go on and whoop all these dudes, and then all this waiting was for nothing. He could have been took care of these dudes. It's stupid. Absolutely. Thanks for letting me come on D-Style, man, and Reggie Owens, man. I appreciate it to both of y'all, man. Shout out to BFTB and everybody in the chat room as well. Love all you guys, man. Salute you guys, man. D-Style. You know, so that's the homie. D-Style, the homie, man. D-Style, that's my brother right there, man. Nothing but love for you, brother.
Man, thanks for coming on, Kelly. Welcome anytime.
Yes, indeed. Salute, Kelly.
That was Kelly Enigma. Man, Reggie, I mean, this was a hell of a show. Give us your final thoughts, bro. By the way, DIY, shout out to you, man. The Esper Genius, Maxilla, Wawa, 9302010. Damn, bro. God damn, that's your name. Mr. Tiptoe, what's going on, everybody? Make sure you share the videos, guys. Help put the content out there. Throw a jab at the like button, and all that good stuff. That way the videos can appear on more recommendation lists, stuff like that. And, don't just stare at me. Well, why are you staring at me and Reggie right now? Press the damn like button. It takes 3 seconds. Like, honest to God. All right. With that said, go ahead and give us your final thoughts, Reggie.
Man, that was some great stuff. And 92 AKU, man. Man, my damn head hurt from laughing so much at the comments. But when it comes to this thing of boxing, man, when people know there's a good talent, they want to see them fight the best. Same thing with Charlo. We want him fighting the top tier names that are out there. Nobody's asking for Hogan names. People believe in Canelo. People know Canelo is skilled. AKU, all we want to do is see him fight the best. This is for legacy. That's what this fight game is about. Not just collecting wins, but fighting top tier names, names who people know pose great risk and great challenges to where you build a legacy. All that having so many high win ratio to losses, that don't mean shit when the opposition ain't there. And that's what it's all about. It ain't being against the fighter. I'm a Canelo fan, but I ain't gonna ride with him and let him do whatever bullshit to the game of boxing. Hell nah. But other than that, man, you brought some great shit with the crazy stuff you was talking. But man, that's all I got, man. I enjoyed the hell out of this, man. Salute to everybody, man. Salute to my brother Cali, G-Funk, 92 AKU. Salute to you, bro.
So check it out. Some channel announcements. Monday Aftermath. Make sure you guys tune in, man. Right? We should have Stormy every Monday, and we'll be alternating with Reggie and G-Funk on those Mondays. And the Aftermath after Wilder versus Fury, we're going to have Mr. Boxing Today. Okay, he'll be on here, Mr. Heavyweight Boxing Talk. Okay, on that Aftermath show. Reggie should be on that show as well. So we'll have a full panel and all that. If you guys are interested in hosting or co-hosting a Monday show, Aftermath, get in contact with me. Email me at dstyleboxing@gmail or get at me at dstyleboxing on Twitter. Okay, you do have to have an established YouTube channel for me to know who you are. I can't just let anybody in. Tuesdays, a puncher's chance with Ashy Knuckles. Wednesdays, Hispanics causing panic, and of course Thursdays, boxing conversations with Reggie Owens. Officially, the oldest episodic show on D-Style Boxing Live. All right, technically. So that is that. This is D-Style Boxing. This is. Once again, thank you for joining us. Throw a jab at the like button. And what do we say, Reggie?
Keep it boxing.
We're out. Peace.
Peace.